While America is glued to the political drama, smart people are cashing in behind the scenes. Today, we're exposing exactly how. No fluff, no work hard, just real strategies anyone can use. Stick around. The last one might just blow your mind. Washington's a mess. X is a war zone, and your neighbors won't shut up about Trump. But while the noise rages on, smart folks are flipping chaos into cash. Welcome to 2025, where political drama equals dollar signs. We're breaking down Trump-era money plays, from tax breaks to patriotic business booms, and how you can cash in. No politics here, just profits. Before we dive in, hit subscribe if you're into turning headlines into income. We drop really good content that cuts through the noise. Let's go. First up, tax cuts. Everyone argues about them. Few actually use them. Like him or not, Trump loves tax cuts, and that could mean more money for you. His Tax Cuts and Jobs Act wasn't just a headline. It gave a 20% tax break to freelancers, side hustlers, and small business owners through pass-through income. Translation? If you run an LLC, freelance, or sell anything on Etsy, you could cut your taxable income by a fifth. That's serious cash. You can potentially slice a fifth off your taxable income. That's not chump change. It's like Uncle Sam saying, keep 20% of that business money on the house. It's not just for the rich either. 77% of people using this break earn under $200,000. So if you've been thinking about starting a side hustle, now's the time. And corporate tax cuts? Those dropped from 35% to 21%. You may not own a business, but you can own stock. After the 2017 tax cuts, the S&P 500 jumped 68%. Less tax equals more profits equals higher stock prices. Sure, the top 1% made bank, but that doesn't mean you can't get your slice, whether it's $20 more per paycheck or a few thousand saved on your business taxes. Don't just argue about tax cuts, use them. Next, deregulation. Trump's chainsaw to red tape might just mean more green for you. Trump's so-called war on regulation was basically a Black Friday blowout at the rulebook store. Why should you care? Because less regulation can open money-making doors for regular people, not just CEOs. Think fewer hoops to jump through to start a business, or cheaper costs for everyday things. Let's break it down. Want to sell grandma's secret jam or your own skincare line? Used to be a maze of permits. Now, in many states, deregulation made it easier to launch small products from home. No lawyer, no license stack. Hair braiding, nail tech, or any gig that needed pricey licenses. Some of those rules are getting rolled back too, meaning fewer hoops, faster side hustles. Do you have a bit of land? Environmental regulation rollbacks mean it might be easier or at least faster to get approvals to build or use your property. The EPA once threatened a family with a $20 million fine for building a horse pond. Another elderly veteran got fined $130,000 and even jailed over some ponds on his land being deemed protected waters. Not kidding. Trump's team made it a mission to stop that madness. It could mean expanding a farm, starting an Airbnb cabin on your land, or opening that shooting range in the back is less of a bureaucratic nightmare than it was before. Yes, critics screamed about environmental and safety risks. And hey, fair. Nobody wants another Flint or a DIY skyscraper collapse. But here's the bottom line. Less regulation equals cheaper, faster business. Whether it's $500 saved on permits or $5,000 on consultants, that's money in your pocket. Even consumers can win. Think cheaper gas, lower utility bills, or rideshare apps that aren't strangled by taxi-style rules. Just don't be naive. Some deregulation can backfire hard. Oil spills, disasters, lawsuits. So play smart, ride the wave, but dodge the landmines. What if patriotism paid off? Literally. Welcome to the cash-soaked world of Made in USA marketing. America First wasn't just a slogan. It triggered a full-blown gold rush for anything red, white, and blue. Whether it was real policy or just loud rally cries, one thing's clear. Made in USA became marketing gold. Consumer demand exploded. One marketplace saw an 825% spike in traffic. Another, 2,000% more inquiries. Even Google searches for Made in USA hit record highs. The message? Slap a flag on it and people will throw money at you. Case in point, Liberty Tabletop, America's last flatware maker, saw orders surge 50%. Their CEO summed it up perfectly. Made in America is gold. Made in China is toxic. Brutal, but true. So how do you cash in, make anything here? Leather wallets, custom PCs, artisanal dog collars, and brand it Made in USA. Surveys show buyers will pay 28% more just for the label. That's profit for patriotic packaging. No product? No problem. Invest in US-based companies riding the nationalist wave. When Trump slapped tariffs on steel and washing machines, domestic firms like US Steel and Whirlpool popped. Washer prices jumped, Whirlpool's stock surged, and smart investors cashed in. Timing is everything. But the playbook's there. Short on cash? Be the middleman. Find American-made alternatives to stuff people don't want from China anymore. Rebrand, resell, profit. Just make sure it's legit or the FTC will nuke your hustle. And don't sleep on merch. Trump's campaign sells mountains of American-made hats, flags, and coins. You can too. Launch a print-on-demand store with patriotic or satirical designs. Both sides buy. Whether it says America first or I exported my boss hired myself, people eat it up. Now what if I told you America's culture war is minting millionaires? And no, not just talking heads on Fox and MSNBC. Profit from the divide. No flag-waving required. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Outrage pays. In the age of attention, division equals dollars. Social media, YouTube, podcasts, they thrive on drama. And where eyeballs go, money follows, ad revenue, merch sales, donations, you name it. Welcome to the outrage economy. Political merch Trump trends, merch sells every single time. Remember the 2023 mugshot? It turned into a merch goldmine overnight. Pro-Trump, anti-Trump, parody Trump, mugs, shirts, bobbleheads, you name it. His campaign sold $34 Never Surrender tees. The Lincoln Project sold $55 shot glass sets. Etsy exploded with Trump Taylor Swift mashups. And the best part? Profit margins can hit 50%. Got a catchy slogan? Throw it on a shirt with print on demand. In a divided country, one person's outrage is another's impulse buy. Content creation. Political commentary is booming. Left, right, centrist, satirical. People are glued to the fight. Entertain, provoke, or roast everyone. Be ambiguous, keep them guessing. One side will cheer, the other will rage. Both will share. That's views, that's money. Some creators are making 5 or 6 figures monthly on Patreon and ads. You don't need to pick a side, just be clever and loud. The culture war has birthed micro markets. Pro-Trump pillows? Sold. Liberal coffee? Sold. There's even dating apps for conservatives. Got an idea? Try a red versus blue subscription box. Mega gear or resistance swag, your choice. Double your market? Let both sides think you're mocking the other. That's cheeky capitalism at its finest. Yes, it might feel dirty, profiting off division. But the divide exists with or without you. Just don't cross the line. No lies, no violence. Stick to satire, spicy truths, and well-aimed jabs. Make people laugh or fume, and they'll click, buy now. Now, if you're thinking cool, but what about normal people stuff, like jobs or stocks? You're in luck. Let's talk bread and butter Trump-era opportunities, rising industries, real estate plays, and how to be in the right place at the right time. Trump promised a blue-collar comeback, and pre-COVID, he sort of delivered. By 2019, unemployment hit a 50-year low, especially for minorities and folks without degrees. Even high school dropouts were landing jobs. Wages rose, especially at the bottom. With Trump back, expect more pro-business vibes, tighter immigration, and possible manufacturing pushes, all of which tighten the labor market. What's in it for you? If you've got skills, now's the time to cash in. Employers are desperate, and with Trump clamping down on immigration, your value goes up. Trade jobs equals leverage. Ask for that raise, or hop to a better-paying gig. Loyalty is nice, but money talks. Better yet, learn a trade. Welding, plumbing, robotics repair. These aren't just solid jobs, they're in high demand. You can train in under a year and dodge the crushing student debt trap. With reshoring and chip plants popping up, these aren't fallback jobs. They're high-paying essentials. Location is important. Watch the Rust Belt. Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania saw factory action before. If tariffs ramp up, more companies might come home. That means jobs and real estate plays. Buy early in a town getting a factory revival, and you could cash in on both rent and property values. Remember Infrastructure Week? If Trump finally gets serious, big if, roads, bridges, maybe even that infamous wall could bring billions in spending. Don't want to lay bricks? No problem. Supply the bricks, rent the bulldozers, feed the workers, be in the supply chain. That's where regular folks quietly make a killing. Opportunity zones. Trump's tax law created these for distressed areas, and they come with fat tax breaks. Got capital gains from selling stocks or property? Reinvest in these zones and potentially pay zero tax. Team up with a group or crowdfund a flip. It's the rare legal hustle where Uncle Sam cheers you on. Bottom line, whether you're in the trades, buying property, or chasing contracts, Trump's second term could be a cash cow, if you know where to look. Invest like a contrarian. Investing under Trump feels like riding a roller coaster blindfolded. Tweets moving markets, trade wars popping off, Fed drama every other week. But hey, chaos creates opportunity. If you can spot the winners early, you can cash in while everyone else panics. Defense and security. Trump loves law and order and military muscle. Defense spending went up in his first term, and stocks like Lockheed, Raytheon, and Northrop rode that wave. Bonus play, private prisons. After Trump won in 2016, Core Civic stock jumped 34% in one day. GEO Group soared too, thanks to expected crackdowns on immigration and more detentions. Morally messy? Sure, but if you saw it coming, it paid. With Trump back in office, some of these stocks are already heating up again. Energy. Trump is a fossil fuel fan. His deregulation spree boosted oil and gas. U.S. oil production hit record highs. If you held energy ETFs or stocks like Exxon, you probably smiled. Now, with less love for green energy, dirty fuel might shine again. That means job openings and investor upside, oil field gigs, royalty deals, or scooping up undervalued energy stocks. Just don't get too cozy. The sector is a wild ride. Real estate and construction. Trump's real estate DNA shaped policy. Low interest rates, tax breaks, development-friendly rules. REITs, especially warehouses and industrial, did well last time, thanks to tax cuts and e-commerce growth. If Trump pushes Made in USA hard, those sectors could pop again. Infrastructure stocks like cement, steel, and construction could also win big if Trump finally delivers that long-hyped trillion-dollar plan. Final reality check. Politics is unpredictable. One Trump tweet can nuke a stock. So don't bet the farm. Do your homework, diversify, and always know your exit. The Trump market game rewards boldness, but punishes the sloppy. Strap in. At this point, we've covered tax hacks, deregulation, gold mines, patriotic profits, culture war, hustles, blue-collar rebounds, and Wall Street bets. It's been bold, maybe a little unhinged, but all of it real, and all of it ripe for the taking. But here's the deal. None of it matters if you just sit and scroll. You can scream into the internet void, or cash in while the chaos swirls. Trump's America is volatile, but volatility equals opportunity. Some will strike it rich. Others will just strike keys in a comment war. So what's it gonna be? Start the LLC or let the tax break vanish? Launch that Made in USA hustle or miss the wave? Monetize your hot takes or yell at the TV for free? The chaos is handing you tools. Use them. Now stir the pot. Is Trump's presidency a money machine or a meltdown in the making? Hit subscribe and stick with us. We turn turmoil into profit, Trump era or not.